Hello, I'm Scott Stauffer. I'm here in Dubai, which is part of the United Arab Emirates, and I'd like to welcome you to Joe Live.
All right, everybody, it's time to get down. My CNT is the coming down. My man Joe Live is coming your way, so tell all your friends to tune in today. He's for real, and that's the deal. Like now, music, gospel sensation, Joe's community talk, this unity, we'll talk to you in here.
I started off as a motor coach driver. I was driving for a company called F&S. They have school buses and motor coaches, and I brought a tour down from New York City, and they came down and their tour was called YCAT. Suscom owned the building then, and we toured the station, and when I toured the station, I met the people who at that time was in charge of running it, and that was the Smiths, Jason and Tony Smith. They was in charge of running it. So they invited me to come and join, and I'm, join the station. I think it was only like $15 or something like that for a year to come and just be a member, because it was to support them. So I gave them the $15, but I never thought much about it. I joined until one day I had a day off, and I went down to the studio just to watch, and they started teaching me how to run the cameras and move in dolly, and I helped do what a show was called Tony's Place, and I did that. So after a while, they just took me upstairs and called cable casting. I didn't know what that was, but they had 3/4 decks, you played one after another. At that time, we were sharing the station with the Spanish channel, and so we only came in from we came in from 6 to midnight, because the Spanish channel would go up and we had to come on, and then now it's a full 24-hour channel. But what I would do is take a 3/4 deck tape, put it in, and watch for the time, and then hit the button, and it would go out on air, and would just run shows. But they were all tape programs. They would record them in a big studio, take them down to the basement where we had the editing room, edit the tapes, and then put in the graphics and so forth, and then I would play them on the air. So I said to Jason one day when I was doing this, and I said, Jason, why don't you do live shows? And he looked at me and he said, well, that's a good idea, Joe. Why don't you do it? And I looked at him, I said, I'm not getting on TV. You gotta be kidding. I don't know nothing about this. So one day that I was down there, another time was Cablecast, and he was bumping into me, moving on around, and I'm trying to run the tapes and all. And he said, look at the monitor, and there's 2 monitors, 3 of them. He said, you see you on that monitor? And I looked at it, and I looked down, and he said, yeah. He said, all I do is I put a camera right there. I said, wow, that's interesting. He said, yeah, but you see that button there? I said, yeah. He said, if I push that button, you go out on everybody's homes. You can be seen by thousands of people. I said, isn't that something? He said, yeah. And he pushed the button. He said, well, you're on TV, and he walked away. He said, well, go for it. I said, hey, wait a minute. One time we got the school teacher, Mark Warner, Tony Smith's son, the school teacher from Central, and he came in one time as a guest, and I figured out how to put a guest, and I had to learn that. And so we had to share the mic. So he was there from 6 o'clock. Well, at that time, we had 24 hours then, by the way. And he had said to me, while we were sitting there talking on the phone, just how people just loved him. He's one of the wonderful school teachers. And he had said to me, he said, Joe, if I can count to 10 at all and that phone doesn't ring, then I'll leave. Well, guess what? We was there at 2 o'clock in the morning. The phone would not stop ringing. I told Ivor, I said, man, I got to go home. I am tired. I said, I got to cut this off. He said, Joe, I'm just not believing how popular you are. I said, I don't know what it is, And so it gave me, at the time I didn't understand it either. And then all of a sudden, the next thing I know, the news media was in there, and come want to take my picture, talking about, you're a celebrity. I said, ooh, you got the wrong guy. The highlight of my whole career of the show was when I met Charlie Thomas, the rock and roll legend, something I grew up with. And I was up at the gas station on Sherman Street, and then the guy saw me, a big husky man, and said, hey, Joe Live, I watched your show. I said, oh, thank you. He said, hey, how would you like to have a rock and roll legend on your show? And I'm looking at him, I thought, well, this guy pulled on my leg, yeah, right, And I said, well, yeah, uh-huh. He said, no, I'd like to have Charlie Thomas. And he said, the Drifters, under the boardwalk, this magic moment. He's got over 42 gold record. Would you like to have him on your show? I said, well, that would be nice, but I can't afford these people. He said, no, would you like to meet him? He said, he lives right here in New York. I said, what? I didn't even know that. I saw the guy many times down at the car wash. I didn't know who he was, And it's like, come on, follow me to my house. And then we met him, and he got to show me, and hug, hey, Joe, how you doing? He said, I want me to be on your show. I said, oh, yeah. And he did. He came and we sat there. And it inspired me so much. We were singing. I got my guitar out, which I don't play totally too much. We played on the boardwalk and sung, and so that was one of the highlights.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.